Hi, welcome to the very first episode of The Purpose Manifested. Today, I'm going to get into the reason for why I changed the name. And it's very simple. The whole purpose behind The Purpose Manifested is to get you to connect to your higher self, which is very easy and also hard to do simultaneously. Let me explain the easy part. Your higher self already exists. Your higher self is already within you. It's not something that you have to go and search for. It's not something that you have to try and create. It is already you. You are just totally unaware of it. And the hard part about it is that the reason why you are so unaware of it is because of all this stuck energy that you have deep down inside that you either are just unaware of or have never looked at or have tried to repress it, stuff it down, and act like it isn't there under the guise of just, suck it up or pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Life is hard. Deal with it. It's just there's so many blocks, there's so much trauma that you're just not aware of. And it's not your fault, nor is it the fault of, well, I shouldn't say that. It is the fault of the people that have brought you pain or that have traumatized you, but even they're completely unaware of it. Because of all the stuck energy that they have deep inside of them that they've never looked at, like I keep saying, it's a generational pattern that just keeps going on and on and on until somebody finally steps in and stops it dead in its tracks. And if you're watching this right now, quite possibly that could be you. But it is all incumbent upon whether or not you are willing to do the inner work in order to come back home to who you are. Because who you are is absolutely perfect. Remember, your soul is an extension of God, the Creator. And God created everything wonderfully and beautifully. God doesn't make mistakes. You are not a mistake. It doesn't matter what people have told you. It doesn't matter what your parents or what your teachers or what your so-called friends have told you. It doesn't matter what people are currently telling you about yourself, whether it's positive or whether it's negative, meant to tear you down and keep you stuck. It really doesn't matter, because you as a soul are limitless. You don't have a beginning or an end. And when I say limitless, I mean in spite of all the negative beliefs that you might have about yourself or just about life in general. You are more powerful. You are more. There's just so much about you that has yet to be discovered, and trust you and me when I tell you that the moment that you start on this spiritual journey, the more that you are going to continue to discover about yourself and go, that kind of makes sense why I have certain prejudices or certain tics, or why I get angry so easily, or why I don't want to be around other people. That kind of makes sense, because of this and this that happened to me when I was a child or when I was a teenager or, just a few years ago. And, it all starts to make sense, or, there could be certain tastes or certain characteristics that you never even knew that you had or even thought you could have. But you understand because you are willing to do the inner work. You know, being able to just sit by yourself, meditate, and I don't want to say heal, but for the sake of this conversation, yeah, you know, heal yourself. Heal yourself of all the trauma and brokenness that you feel, which it's an illusion, but because we are so ruled and controlled by our minds, we like to just look at everything, you know, whether it's good, bad, positive, or negative, and we tend to obsess about it, and we tend to take it to heart, when really at the end of the day, it's, first of all, it's temporary, and second of all, it doesn't even really matter. What really matters is you. And you know, I call this practice the purpose manifested, but you know, your whole purpose for being here is to just be you. Yeah, sure, you can have certain talents, you can have certain desires, you can have certain goals, you might want to contribute in some way, shape, or form to society, but those are not at all what make your purpose. Your purpose right now is to just be. That's it, period. Just be. Where you are in the moment right now, as you're sitting down watching this video, is exactly who you should be. There's nothing really that you have to do or try to prove to anybody. You are just you. That is your higher self. Your higher self is so much higher than any of these expectations or any of these pressures that you feel from society around you. You are so much more beautiful, so much more capable, and so much more powerful than that, because God created you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not just this worthless, sinful piece of shit. And you know, believe me, I know I was brought up in Christianity. Don't mean to go down a Christianity tangent, but that's what I grew up on. And sure, there's a lot of aspects of Christianity that still align with me, and that, you know, I still am drawn towards. Like, I still read the Bible. I still will go to church every once in a while. You know, like I mean, some of those things, you know, I haven't abandoned or forgotten about. You know, I mean, to me, it was the conduit to my current spiritual journey. Without my previous faith, I wouldn't even think that it was possible to believe that I am an extension of God, or of Source, or of the Creator, or whatever you want to call it. I would never trust in any of those things. But you can trust yourself. It doesn't matter if you were brought up in religion or not brought up in religion. You can trust yourself 100%. I know that society you know, I'm 33, going to be 34 this year, and it's been pounded into me my whole life that I just can't trust myself. That I have to trust some external source. You know, I am supposed to trust my parents. I'm supposed to trust my teachers. I'm supposed to trust my coaches. I'm supposed to trust my pastor. I'm supposed to trust my friends. I can trust all these different people. I can trust in God, but I can't trust myself. Make that make sense to me. I can't think of a more disempowering message than to never be able to trust yourself, because, you know, what it implies is that you are this worthless human being or this worthless sinner that can never do anything right. And so, you know, you need religion or you need other people. You don't need anything or anyone. Is it helpful, or is it nice to have people in your life? You know, is it sometimes necessary? Well, yeah, of course. But you're not needing. You are not codependent anymore like you used to before you connected to your higher self. And if you want to learn how to do that, if you have any questions about it, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram, or feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have if I have the answer to them. And I'm also going to be starting up personal training / inner work sessions. It'll be kind of like personal training combined with therapy, only this is so much better than therapy. You know, we're not just going to be sitting down on a couch and, you know, I just sit there and I pretend to listen to you, you know, and I have all of my certifications and my degrees, and, you know, like, I'm so important and, you know, you're beneath me because I'm not making a general statement about therapists, because, you know, I know some therapists that are very genuine, good-hearted people, but that's the bulk of that profession, is that, you know, they just don't care. And not only do they not really care, but, you know, because, you know, it's just their job, they get paid, whatever, but they're looking at everything through the mind. They are trying to fix your mind. And what we're here to do is try to look at everything through the lens of the spirit, not through the mind, not through the ego, but through your soul. So, you know, we'll do 25 to 30 minute workouts, you know, which is really, you know, you don't really need any more time than that to work out. I've gotten really just good, you know, training sessions under 30 or 45 minutes. And, you know, I always felt really good afterwards. You really don't need that much time. Plus, you know, you can do workout sessions outside of our, you know, our one-on-one personal training sessions, you know, and then we're gonna sit down for 20 minutes, you know, we're gonna talk about, you know, your life, and, you know, I'll also talk about my life. You know, it'll be kind of like a friendship. There's no there's no hierarchy. There's no, you know, like I'm the coach and you're the client, and, you know, like I'm above you, and, you know, I can't tell you anything about my life personally. Not saying that I'm just going to air out my dirty laundry, but, you know, I am going to be truthful. I am going to be honest with you, because I want you to be truthful and honest with me. You know, I kind of feel like that's how these relationships should work, you know, even the professional relationships. So I'm here for you. My prices are, you're going to be surprised by how reasonable my prices are. So feel free to shoot me a DM about my prices, and I'll be more than happy to share them with you. But until then, I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it brought value. I hope it helped you, and if it did, share it with your friends and your family. And like always, you know, have a great rest of your day. I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon.